SGC here, and we're back for comics time. First off, I'm going to do the sale stuff because I think I'm almost done. So let's get it on. So Karnak number 5, pretty interesting stuff as he figures out this temple sort of business, and then he deals with that dreamer guy, and then he goes really nuts and just bam. That was intense. I don't have issue 6. I think that's the last issue for this arc, so I might pick it up just to know the ending and just have the whole 6-issue run. I mean, it is interesting to see where it ended, because I mean, I totally didn't expect that they'll fight someone that's more intense than Karnak. But then again, that sort of makes sense, because you gotta have someone that can actually fight around him type of thing. But yeah, all these shots are pretty intense. So overall, can't wait to check out the next issue, if I can find it lying around at some store, because it's been a while. Next up, Witchfinder, City of the Dead. Great ending, pretty cool stuff with him working with another organization to just deal with this like vampireness. And overall, it's a good conclusion. And obviously, it leads up to like more stuff in the world that's going to be happening, because clearly this is not the end. But overall, it's fun. I mean, just to see like the brutalness. I mean, there was this one shot where just like, holy crap, that's pretty brutal. So yeah, definitely interesting world. Will I be on the lookout? Not sure. I mean, I don't know. It's just hard to like justify like these short arcs, and they're so expensive. And I'd rather just collect it in collections, but then I don't really like having trades. But anyways, I digress. Next up, Shade the Changing Girl, number 3. Another great issue. I really love like the splash pages and all that. There's this great splash page. Let me show you. But beyond that, I mean, I'm really digging the whole getting to know her character, her alien side, and the alien world too, just to see what are they gonna do to rescue, well, not rescue, but like to find the jacket thing. Forgot what it's called. But yeah, I just really like the whole like splash page. Like this page, I loved it. Like the whole movement thing, it really reminded us of Southern Cross about the whole movement across the page while the story's happening. And overall, I mean, it's definitely interesting. I mean, getting to know more about the characters in terms of the aliens, and they're just figuring it out. And then the powers are slowly manifesting, so can't wait to see more of that. Next up, Motor Crush. Really dug this. This is number 1, and it was I got this on sale, but it's a $4 comic, but it has a lot of content, and it's pretty cool world. I mean, definitely Babs Tarr's art works here in the sense where there's a lot more character design, so people actually look different, and there's more dudes this time around versus when she was doing Batgirl, because all the girls look pretty much the same. And definitely, I can't wait for the trade to come out, because I'm not going to get the issues, but I want to definitely read the rest of the story, because it's fun. I mean, I don't think I'm reading anything that's sports related, definitely not anything like bike racing related. So it was a pretty good change in pacing and storyline, and just to see the brutalness in terms of the underground world was also pretty cool. And the art transfer as well. I mean, it definitely wasn't like stuck sort of the Batgirl vibe, but definitely had its own sort of flavor. So yeah, the trade's coming out in June, so look forward to that. Next up, Cage number 3. We figured out that it was not him being high. It was just the realistic life of him being captured, and then seeing other heroes, and then Misty Knight fighting some like monster, and then we got Iron Fist getting owned. Love that. And then Cage is out, and he, does his thing. Wonder what's going to be up next. I mean, it's the last issue, which is a bummer, because I really am loving the art and the story. Next up, Ringside, number 8. More conspiracies in terms of just who's like really out there to get you, and the money issues. And I mean, it's just like this tight ship, like they say at the end. Figure out like what kind of business are they conducting, and just like he just gotta get the money. Like he's gotta do what he's gotta do type of thing. And this is this world of just wrestling and all those characters, and I'm just literally saying words. But I enjoy this issue. I mean, I enjoy the story. Definitely helps if you reread the rest of the issues, but I didn't. So I'm just grasping at straws in terms of just like putting things together. Next up, Providence number 11. Holy crap, this issue was a crazy one. There's no articles at the end this time around, because I mean, he's going nuts, so he's not drawing anything. Loving the whole 4 sort of paneling of just like full 8 paneling of like storylines happening while he's listening to his record, and then things are just going to crap. And then yeah, it was kind of like a challenge to read in a sense, just to be like, oh, this guy's here, this guy's there type of thing. And the ending, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see what issue 12, the finale, is going to bring us, because it's going to be pretty crazy. Arc Light number 3, finally they're back, Brandon and Marianne. Interesting story in terms of just doing her thing, like figuring out who's going to where, and that Arc Light girl is just figuring out how she can help out. And then that monster design thingy is figuring out more world building. And it's just, yeah, it is kind of convoluted in terms of like, what's it really about? But there's a lot of revelations, so wonder what's going to happen then. I do look forward to it. I mean, I'm digging her art because I haven't seen it in a while. So yeah, can't wait for the next one. I wonder if it's a 4-issue thing. I don't remember if it is or not. Next up, all new Wolverine. We got another artist in this time around, and definitely makes me wonder why I'm reading this, or why I hate Marvel books when they switch up artists and it's like totally different from what the original guy does. I mean, this storyline was kind of like I mean, they get on the tanker and then they get found out, and then there's someone loses an arm, and then now they meet this other person that I don't know who it is because I haven't read all new or X-23 stuff. So it's like Kimura, and then yeah, I don't know. I'll stick around for a few more, or whenever the new book comes out or whatever. Next up, Invisible Republic number 13. Holy smokes, repercussions, and we learn more about Maya as she's just dealing with like being caught, and then we got the dude who published the book and the repercussions is happening. Definitely digging the first few pages where Hardman sort of like changed up his style. The colors are all gone, and definitely like that contrast. And yeah, like the ending is just like, wow, now they're caught and she's pregnant. What's gonna go down? Holy smokes. Next up, Walking Dead 161, Art Adam connecting cover. I think I'm probably gonna be done because I can't afford it. But I mean, this has been a cool issue. A lot of splash pages, a lot of action. I mean, they're fighting the Whispers and the whole herd, and then people are just being people. And, you know, Rick just can't get a break because these people just want to get what he has. And, I mean, the Savior people are just not kind of cool. And hopefully Carl's going to be fine. I mean, Carl's going to be fine. He's one of the mains, so he's not going to die anytime soon. Maybe issue 200. Who knows? Next up, the Unworthy Thor number 2. Good issue. I mean, Beta Ray Bill, sorry. A lot of fighting. We got seeing collectors. This is the first time for me personally seeing the collectors in an issue that I've been reading. That was nice. And then now we got like Thanos at the end. That was so random. But definitely can't wait to see like what's gonna happen with this ultimate hammer. And yeah, I'm excited to see where Aaron's gonna do what's gonna do. Next up, Black Science 26. Wow, this is like alternate timeline bad guy combining like sort of all his stuff and still backstabbing himself from an alternate dimension. That guy's just messed up. Kind of nice to see like Hong Kong, but clearly someone didn't do their like research, because I know where they got this from. This is Hong Kong Island. The airport is not at Hong Kong Island. It's on an island of itself. So when you walk out the street, you do not end up in Hong Kong Island. But that's a nitpick. But it was just nice to see my hometown be in a comic. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm nitpicking. They got the colors right in terms of the taxis and all that. Though definitely the MTR looks way more fancy. And then at the end, we figure out this, like, the coordinates that she figured out, or some, I don't even know where to explain, like, who is she? Like what are these people? But anyway, it doesn't look good, and Pia has to run away. So definitely look forward to that, to see what's gonna drop in that sense. Next up, we have Island 13. We have, who do we have here? First few pages was just great. I love the art for this stuff. Like, getting a poster for this stuff would be amazing. And so yeah, let's go to the credits. So Jack Cole was the opening illustrations. Grim Walkins come back with Miranda Part 2, which was amazing fun. I mean, I just love silent comics where you just really reread it and just to see what they're trying to say. And the way they're done is like, when they do it well, you know what they're saying. And it definitely has that charm to it. Also, we got Phil Barlow coming with Yippee. That was kind of like an alright sort of storyline. But for me, definitely the biggest thing was Lando's Island Part 2. Was it Part 2? Island 3 Part 2. It's just like that sort of silent story with the whole robots and like this black and white verse. I love this shot. Like, this is the bike and this the mundaneness of it all. It was just great. Who did the cover? Huh. Oh, yeah, Phil Barlow did the cover, so that is Yippee sort of story. But anyways, yeah, Lando, holy crap, like, just this lushness and just the, I don't know what's going on, but the world just looks really fun. And then at the end, we get a story done by Cynthia Alfonso, Panic Attack. That was interesting. I heard that like Island's done with 15, which is a real bummer because it definitely lets me see like art that I would not see. So, I mean, thank you for 15 issues of Island, but just too bad. It should be a thing that should stay forever type of thing. Introduce people with like European roots and type of that stuff and just like more, just different stuff. You know, mainstream art isn't mainstream art. Like, come on, we got better stuff out there. So anyway, that's it for this week's Comics Time. I hope you like what you got, because it's your money. And as always, leave your comments and blah blah blahs down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that's it for this week's Comics Time. Out.